Hello everybody, my name is Joker and I'm very glad to welcome you for the final main league season 6 of the Joker's Marble League final edition. Before we go to the final time for the last dance in the Champions League, we've seen the format in the announcement here, and this season will decide one of the competitors of the Champions League and the members of the qualifiers. But now, opening event of the season, the Balance Battle, a classic season opener in the JML. Was seen last season, won by the Viridian Valorants, and we see the pairs for the day. A bracket style, obviously, and you need to beat your opponent down the beam. You go as further as possible, and the winner is who gets to the catch basin and gets the most points. And the defending champions, Viridian Valorants, will face the Perky Peppers here in this one, and the Peppers doing very good here. Valorants, meanwhile, doing very mediocre. One of them fell off very early, and as a result, the Peppers are dominating in the first attempt. Can the Valorants come back? It looks like a decent run for both teams, finisher for both, but I don't think it will be enough for the Valorants to come back. The Peppers will easily cruise through it and upset the defending champions and move on in the first event. Shellshockers versus the Neon Lights. Bit of a mid-pack battle last season in Season 5. Who will dominate here? The Shellshockers get a finisher in the first attempt. Neon Lights more consistent, but the Shockers a better anchor run, 31 for them, and as a result a 7-point lead. And will they keep it? I think yes, pretty sure. Lights didn't do anything too special here. Shockers also maintaining some points, and as a result it was pretty close, just by 3 points, but the Shockers will still advance and face the Perky Peppers in round 2. The Drizzle Dreamers and the Pristine Shiners. The Dreamers first time in the main league since season 2 actually, and the Shiners first time back since season 4, and the Dreamers have a great run, finisher in the first one, and dominate here over the Shiners in the first attempt. Can they fight back? Shiners get a finisher, but won't be enough, I believe. One of them fell off very early, and as a result, the Dreamers will still keep the run on a consistent note and win and advance. Team Butterfly and Maroon Missiles. Butterfly has just dominated qualifiers. Can he keep the momentum going here in this one, or the Missiles will stop their parade? And I think the Missiles a bit better in the first run. They'll have an 8-point lead here. Butterflies need some catching up to do, and in this one, bit of a trouble in the starting gate, but look at that, the Missiles go all the way to the end of the beam, but just miss the catch basin. But I think the Missiles will just do enough. Yeah, by 6 points, they will advance over Team Butterfly into the next round. Now the current runners-up of the Joker's Marble League versus the Sandstorms, and let's see, the Sandstorms do a bit better, but all of them runners collapsed pretty early. Wasn't a great run at all, and as a result 18-16, very close. Who will get it in the second attempt? I think the Maniacs did better, but still was a pretty bad run, and the Maniacs keep it by 4 points. As a result, they came back and win this. Scorched Roses versus the Ghost Riders, Season 1 champions, first time back into the main league after skipping Season 5 last time. The Ghost Riders just came off a solid 5th place finish, and they're doing slightly better in this one. 8-point lead for them to start off in the first attempt. Can the Roses fight back? I think no. A very disappointing run for the Quartz Roses. 2 collapsed early, and the Ghost Riders do go to the second half of the beam, and as a result dominate over the Quartz Roses. 54 versus 26, and nearly doubled the score. Now an iconic rivalry from Season 2, Mighty Minerals versus the Time Watchers. Now both of those teams have seen some glory. Time Watchers especially, with Marble Invites performances lately, but the Watchers are doing pretty even with the Minerals, and those runs were not great at all. It was pretty bad. I think consistently the Time Watchers will still beat the Minerals. It will be very close though, and yeah, just by 10 points. Not a big deficit here, but the Watchers will advance over the defending first place. Now the Amber Albatrosses versus the Golden Seals, 2 very sensational teams to make it into the main league, and they face off here in the first round of the first event. And the Golden Seals go all the way out to the end of the beam, just missing the catch basin shortly, but this will be enough for them to take the early lead here in this event. Can the Albatrosses fight back? and it was a very bad run for both teams, but the Seals collapsed way earlier. One of them in the 4-point zone. This is terrible for the Golden Seals, and as a result they will choke the lead to the Albatrosses and they will advance. And those are the bottom half set. Virgin Valorant's defending champions are out, but best of the rest still. And Quartz Roses will be dead last, and we see the pairs for the second round. Let's begin this right now. Perky Peppers against the Shell Shockers, ready to go here. And the Peppers doing slightly better, I think. Shockers had one fall off very early. Peppers do it consistently, and a 10-point lead as a result. Here in this first attempt, can the Shockers do something to fight back? I think no. Another pretty even run. I think the Peppers will keep the lead and go straight into the semifinals. Yes, indeed, by 12 points. They will get a win over the Shell Shockers, and the Peppers are doing well in this event. Digital Dreamers versus the Maroon Missiles Season 2 type of rivalry here in this one, reunited. And the Missiles doing better in the first attempt with the early crashers for both Dreamers and Missiles. Only one of the Missiles made it to 18 points, and as a result they doubled the score of the Dreamers and lead. Then the Missiles continue the dominance in the second attempt with a finisher in the Cache Basin. As a result, it will be enough for them to beat the defending B-League champions and advance to the semifinals. Enigmatic Maniacs versus the Ghost Riders. Another iconic rivalry from Season 5, and both teams doing mediocre in this first attempt. I think it will be a slight lead for the Enigmatic Maniacs by 4 points. But who will get it in the second attempt? And the Ghost Riders, I think, doing a bit better. Did the Maniacs keep it via consistency or no? Let's see. And no, the Riders just by 2 points. They do enough to move on over the Maniacs and upset those. Time Watchers against the Amber Albatrosses. An interesting rivalry here. Albatrosses doing better here in this one. Like, will be quite a decent lead by 8 points. Will they keep it though? This is the question, and it seems like it. Even though the Watchers have a finisher, it will be pretty close, but the Albatross is doing consistently decent in both runs, and as a result, earning the advancement just by 1 point. It was extremely close. Absolutely stunning. Watchers will still get best of the rest, and Maniacs, Dreamers, and the Shockers. But we have only 4 teams remaining in this bracket. Who will get the gold in the opening event of Season 6? 2 red teams facing off in the first semifinals. Peppers versus the Missiles. Who will get it? Peppers get a finisher. Will be a solid lead for them going into the second attempt. Missiles fell off early. Both of those. It was a terrible run by the Missiles actually. Peppers just need to keep it, and yes they will. The Perky Peppers have guaranteed themselves their first ever JML medal right there in their first event in Season 6. The Missiles, not really a great run in this one, but they will still have a chance to get the bronze. The second semifinals, who will face off with the Peppers for gold? Albatrosses, first event since Season 2, and they're doing pretty well here. And I think they will be a bit behind though, just by 4 points, but it will be very close going to this second attempt. And I think the Riders, they maintain the lead because the Albatrosses both fell off early, consistently mid in this one, and as a result by 8 points the Ghost Riders will guarantee themselves the medal and move on to the finals. To decide the bronze now, Maroon Missiles versus the Albatrosses. The Albatrosses though have not won a medal in any JML event before, and they get a finisher in the first attempt right away, and this is a big lead for them. The Missiles need to do something miraculous to come back in this one. It was very close to the finisher, and will it be enough for the Missiles to come back? I don't think so. It was a great run in the second attempt. It was pretty close, but the finisher would have been a better result. Still, the Albatrosses will get the bronze, their first ever medal in the JML Main League. Peppers versus the Riders for the gold. Now let's go. And a very good run for both of the teams in the opening attempt. The Riders, I think, actually it is a tie. 30 for 30 the teams go, and it will be all decided here in this attempt. And the Perky Peppers absolutely dominate. They get a double finisher and will absolutely win in this first event of Season 6 and dominate over the Ghost Riders. The Riders did a great show though as well, so it was a nice try for them, but the Peppers were undeniably well in this one. Beginning with upsetting the Valorants and then coming all the way up clutch to win the gold medal. Congratulations, and now let's enjoy the podium celebration. An absolutely amazing season opener, and the first step to the Champions League is done. Who will be the champion? We'll be deciding in the next 11 events, but stay tuned for that. Next event will be Tower Duel JML Classic. See you soon there. Goodbye. Thanks for watching and keep on rolling.